3,000 seniors die in the bathroom every year in America. Tomorrow it could be you. You shower every day. You think you are safe. You believe you are careful. So why do so many older adults collapse in the shower? I am a doctor and I work with older adults every day, and I need you to understand this clearly because what happens in the bathroom is not bad luck, and it is not sudden weakness. It is something that builds slowly and quietly long before the fall happens. Most of the people I see were living normal lives. They lived alone. They cooked. They drove. They took care of themselves. They did not feel sick. None of them thought the shower was dangerous. What makes the shower risky for people over 70 is not just water or slippery floors. It is fear. Fear changes how the body moves. As people age, they become more careful. They rush through bathing. They avoid turning. They avoid lifting their feet. They avoid bending. They try to finish quickly and get out. This feels like the smart thing to do. It feels like protection. But the body does not work that way. When movement is avoided, the muscles become stiff. When muscles become stiff, balance becomes weaker. When balance becomes weaker, the risk of falling increases. I have seen this pattern many times. One of my patients was a woman named. She was 72 years old when her daughter contacted my office. Her daughter was scared and exhausted. She told me she could not sleep because she was afraid her mother would fall, and no one would be there to help. Had slipped twice in the shower. She did not break a bone, but she lost confidence. After that, she changed how she bathed. She moved less. She turned less. She stayed tense. She rushed, believed she was being careful. In reality, her body was slowly losing its ability to protect itself. Fear causes people to hold their bodies tight. Tight muscles do not react quickly. Slow reactions lead to falls. This is something many families do not understand. They think falling is caused by age. They think the solution is supervision. They think independence must end. This is when nursing homes are mentioned. Not because they are always needed, but because fear takes over. When I examined, I did not see someone who needed to be removed from her home. I saw someone whose daily habits had changed, because no one explained what the body still needs in later years. Her posture was guarded. Her movements were limited. Her balance responses were delayed. These changes did not happen overnight. They developed through small daily choices. Choices made in the shower. The bathroom had become a place of stress. Every step felt risky. Every movement felt uncertain. This is how independence begins to fade. Not with one big accident, but with many small moments of fear. I explained to and her daughter that this does not mean giving up. It means understanding. The body at this age still responds, but it needs attention. It needs awareness. It needs calm movement. When fear controls daily habits, balance slowly disappears. When those habits are recognized, they can be corrected. Many bathroom falls can be prevented, but only if the real cause is understood. When people over 70 fall in the shower, it is almost never because something suddenly went wrong in one day. It happens because the body slowly loses support in very specific ways that most people never notice. As a doctor, I want to explain this simply because understanding removes fear, and fear is what causes the most damage over time. The body stays upright because many small systems work together. Muscles, blood flow, breathing, posture, balance signals. When even one of these systems weakens, the risk of falling increases. In the shower, several of them are stressed at the same time. Warm water lowers blood pressure. Standing still reduces circulation. Fear causes shallow breathing. Stiff posture limits movement. All of this happens quietly. Most older adults respond by trying to move less. They believe less movement means less danger. But the opposite often becomes true. I see this mistake again and again. Was doing exactly what many seniors do. She shortened her showers. She avoided bending. She avoided turning her head. She stood very still. She thought she was being safe. What she did not know was that standing stiff reduces balance. The body needs gentle movement to stay steady. Balance is not something you freeze into place. It is something you maintain through controlled motion. There are 3 areas of the body that matter most in the shower, and most people over 70 rush through them or avoid them without realizing it. The first area is the lower legs. The muscles in the calves help move blood back up toward the heart. When these muscles are not used, blood pressure can drop when standing. This can cause lightheaded feelings. That is one reason people suddenly feel weak in the shower. The second area is the neck. The neck sends balance information to the brain. When the neck stays stiff and unmoving, the brain receives weaker signals. This makes it harder to stay oriented. Turning slowly and comfortably matters more than people think. The third area is the center of the body. This area supports posture and breathing. When breathing becomes shallow, the body becomes tense. Tension reduces balance reactions. Avoided all 3 areas. Not because she was careless, but because she was afraid. She rushed her lower legs. She kept her head still. She held her breath without noticing. Over time, these habits weaken the systems that keep people upright. When I explained this to her daughter, something changed. They stopped thinking of the shower as a threat. They started thinking of it as a signal that showed what the body needed. This is important because many families make decisions without this information. They see fear, they see slips, they see hesitation, and they assume decline is permanent. It is not always permanent. The body, even in later years, responds to calm, consistent attention. Not force, not rushing, not pressure. I told that the goal was not to move fast. The goal was to move with awareness. She did not need exercise equipment. She did not need a gym. She did not need supervision. She needed time. She needed patience. She needed understanding. Her daughter asked me if this meant they should delay all plans for extra care. I told her that care decisions should come after understanding, not before. Many people lose independence because fear pushes families to act too quickly. Once confidence is taken away, it is hard to return. The shower becomes a symbol of danger. That feeling spreads into walking, cooking, and daily life. But when habits are adjusted slowly, confidence can return. The body begins to respond. Stability improves. Fear loosens its grip. Did not change everything at once. She started by slowing down. She paid attention to how she stood. She noticed how she breathed. She allowed gentle movement instead of freezing. Nothing dramatic happened in one day. But something important started. Her body began to remember how to protect itself. That is what many people miss. The body does not forget because of age. It forgets because it is not asked. When the right systems are engaged again, balance can improve. Falls can be reduced. And decisions about independence can be made with clarity instead of panic. This is why understanding comes before change, and why fear should never be the only guide. Understanding alone does not help unless it is followed by calm action. And this is where many people get confused because they believe change must be big to matter. That belief stops progress. As a doctor, I tell my patients that small, steady changes are often the safest and most effective, especially after 70. Did not try to fix everything at once. She did not add new routines. She did not force her body. She changed how she paid attention. The first thing she did was slow down. Not just her movements, but her thoughts. She stopped treating the shower like something to escape. She treated it like a place where her body could be supported. She took a moment before stepping in. She stood with both feet grounded. She let her breathing settle. During the shower, she allowed gentle motion. She did not freeze. She did not rush. She moved with intention. She noticed her lower legs. She did not scrub quickly and move on. She allowed her calves to engage. She shifted weight slowly. She felt blood move. She noticed her neck. She did not lock her head in one position. She turned slowly. She stayed aware of where she was facing. She noticed her breathing. She allowed deeper breaths. She relaxed her chest. She reduced tension. These changes were not dramatic. They were quiet, but they were consistent. Within 2 weeks, reported something important. She said she no longer felt dizzy when standing. She felt steadier. After 1 month, she told me she was no longer afraid of showering. She felt present instead of tense. After 3 months, she had not fallen again. Her daughter noticed changes too. Stood taller. She moved with less hesitation. She smiled more. Nothing else in her life had changed. She did not start medication. She did not start therapy. She did not move out of her home. The difference was awareness. The body, even at an older age, responds to what it is asked to do. When it is asked gently and consistently, it adapts. Many people believe that once balance is lost, it never returns. That is not always true. Balance is a skill. Skills can improve when practiced safely. I remind families that fear speeds decline. Understanding slows it. When people are rushed, when they are watched too closely, when they are treated as fragile, their confidence drops. Confidence is part of balance. Regained confidence because she felt in control again. She was not being pushed. She was not being tested. She was being supported. Her daughter stopped hovering. She stopped checking constantly. She trusted the process. This trust mattered. The body responds better when the mind is calm. Stress tightens muscles. Calm loosens them. I see many older adults lose independence because fear becomes the loudest voice in the room. Fear speaks first. Fear demands quick decisions. But quick decisions are not always safe decisions. Before removing independence, it is important to understand what the body is capable of. Many people still have capacity. They just need time and clarity. Did not become younger. She became more aware. Awareness allowed her body to work with itself instead of against itself. This is why I tell my patients that prevention is not about avoiding movement. It is about choosing the right kind of movement. The shower does not have to be a place of danger. It can be a place where balance is supported. Small habits practiced daily shape long-term outcomes. This applies at any age. When families see progress, fear loosens its grip. When fear loosens its grip, better decisions are made. And her daughter stopped talking about nursing homes. They talked about routines. They talked about comfort. They talked about time. This shift changed everything. It did not remove all risk. Nothing does. But it replaced panic with understanding. And understanding allowed confidence to return. That confidence was the real turning point. As a doctor, I want to be honest with people over 70 and with their families because honesty builds trust and trust brings calm. There is no promise of perfect safety, but there is a clear path toward better stability, better confidence, and a better quality of life. The goal is not to eliminate all risk. The goal is to reduce fear and support the body. Most older adults do not need to give up independence as quickly as they are told. What they need is guidance that respects their ability and their experience. The body at this age still responds. It still learns. It still adapts. What it needs is patience. I tell my patients to think of daily life as practice. Not exercise. Not training. Practice. Simple, calm actions done with attention. In the shower, this means allowing time. It means standing with awareness. It means breathing steadily. It means gentle movement. Outside the shower, the same ideas apply. Walking without rushing. Standing without locking the knees. Turning the head slowly. Breathing fully. These are not difficult tasks. They are natural movements that many people stop doing because fear tells them to freeze. Freezing does not protect the body. It weakens it. I also speak to families because they play a powerful role. Constant worry can increase tension. Overprotection can reduce confidence. Support does not mean control. It means understanding and patience. When older adults feel trusted, they move better. When they feel watched, they tighten up. Confidence is not pride. It is stability. Regained confidence because her environment became calm again. She was not rushed. She was not pressured. She was not told she was failing. She was reminded that her body still knew how to protect her. This reminder matters more than any device or rule. I want people over 70 to know this. Your body is not your enemy. It is responding to how you treat it. If fear has changed your habits, you can change them again. Slowly, safely, with awareness. This is not about denying help. It is about choosing help at the right time. Many people move to nursing homes too early because fear drives the decision. Once independence is lost, it is hard to rebuild. Before making that choice, pause. Observe. Understand. Ask what the body is missing. Movement, breath, confidence. These can often be supported at home. Independence does not mean doing everything alone. It means being involved in your own care. Small daily habits shape long outcomes. Calm attention shapes safety. If you are over 70 and worried about falling, start with awareness. Notice how you move. Notice how you breathe. Notice where fear has changed your habits. If you are a family member, slow down. Watch without rushing to fix. Support without taking control. Fear makes everything feel urgent. Understanding restores balance. The shower does not have to be the beginning of loss. It can be the place where awareness begins. Aging does not mean giving up. It means adjusting with wisdom. When the body is treated with patience, it often responds with strength. Not the strength of youth, but the strength of experience. That strength deserves respect. And when it is respected, people stay independent longer. They live calmer. They live safer. That is not hope. That is what I see in real homes every day. If you like my advice, please like this video. Subscribe channel and comment below what kind of saturations you are in. I will tell you best cure.